This video is going to serve as your crypto bull market guide. There's 4 main phases of a cryptocurrency bull market. I want to go through those with you, describe what they are, tell you why basically right now you are running out of time to buy. Your last chance, your window is closing. No BS, really. If we can go by any sort of indicators of how markets work in general, then yeah, you're probably running out of time. And I want to describe that for you, describe the indicators we're looking for, describe when to stop buying, when to start selling. Very important information in this video. And phases 3 and 4 are probably the most important phases. So make sure you don't skip any part of this video. If you want to know the blueprint for succeeding and making money and achieving your financial dreams of sailing off into the sunset on your yacht with your kids and your beautiful wife, beautiful husband for the ladies out there. Come on, let's do it. So, phase 1. Now, phase 1's already finished, to be clear. Phase 1, that was the bottom. Nobody wants to buy at the bottom. It's the most terrifying time to buy, but the bottom of the bear market actually signals the reversal. The pain is over, and we're going to start slowly moving back up. And those early bull market phases are terrifying and scary, and you have PTSD, and you don't want to believe that the market's recovering. You think it's going to be pain forever. And you can really argue that phase 1 is just the final phase of the bear market, or you can argue it's the start of the bull market. Disbelief is very high during this phase. Nobody wants to believe crypto's ever going to come back. It's dead forever. It's over. The Ponzi collapsed. Move on to the next thing. It's all time to buy AI stocks, which are great too. But crypto came back, didn't it? Because it always does, because it's not going anywhere. And the sooner people understand that, the better they'll be prepared for this whole cycle to reset and go back to phase 1 in the next bear market / start of a new bull market phase. Remember this, bookmark this video for the future. That, of course, is the best time to buy. People are most afraid to buy. Then buy when there's blood in the streets. Buy when others are fearful. Be greedy when others are fearful, right? And be fearful when others are greedy. Simple investing wisdom, but it's true. Most people fail to recognize it and act on it. 2023 is a great time in the market. Lots of exciting things happened. Obviously, especially near the end of the year, we started feeling more comfortable. But by then, prices were already up 100%. The early believers, people who bought under 20K for Bitcoin, for example, are sitting very nice right now, aren't they? But I got good news for you, because right now we're in phase 2. And phase 2 is when most people are going to come back into the market. The smart people come back into the market. Actually, the vast majority of people come back in phase 4, which is the most dangerous time. But we see a lot of the smart money coming back in. This is where we are right now. So phase 2 is really typified by recovery, belief that we can have a new cycle. The disbelief phase is over. People are starting to recognize, oh crap, look at all the on-chain indicators, look at all the technical analysis charts. Everything is pointing in one direction, that this is the start of a new major cycle in the market. How long that cycle lasts, nobody knows for certain. We'll give you some time frames though, just based on historical precedents and what that could mean. But the money's flowing back in. The people are coming back in. Now, not everybody's coming back in. New money largely is not here, but people who maybe gave up during the bear market, they're coming back in. People who sold in 2021, maybe they're starting to pay attention again. Crypto's kind of hitting the headlines once in a while, so they're dialing back in. They're bringing some money back in. It's an interesting time. Now, this phase 2, it's not the most perfect time to enter the market, because that was really phase 1, but most people don't enter in phase 1, okay? Phase 2 is the second best time to get your money into the market. This is the time to be taking risks. This is the time to be deploying capital aggressively. Not financial advice, of course. You can lose all your money, obviously, investing in crypto. If you want to see a full risk statement, you'll see that in the description below. Pinned comment on X, as well as my full portfolio disclosures. If you ever want to know what I have in my bag or any of my venture investments, you can find it there. Okay, so disclaimer over. Also, phase 2, great time to be farming airdrops, to be staking coins. This is a great time to be adding value into your portfolio and taking those risks to try to position yourself for a future where prices go parabolic, and they probably will. Phase 2 is the ape phase. Think less, ape more. Again, not financial advice. Most of your cash should largely be in during phase 2. This is when you want to be allocating, to be dollar cost averaging into the positions that you want to hold throughout the bull market. This is the risk phase of the market, where you take risks with the hope of an eventual payoff in phase 4, later on. Remember, phase 4 is not when you want to buy. Phase 2, buying time. Phase 1, great buying time. Most don't do it. That's fine. Phase 2 is when you are probably going to be buying a lot of your coins. Now, this cycle, to be clear, is moving a bit earlier in some ways than it has compared to previous cycles. So when will this particular phase in the market end? The Bitcoin halving is a nice signpost that, hey, the market's about to heat up, but you can still buy after the Bitcoin halving. Now, historically, about 6 months after the Bitcoin halving is when we hit a new moment of price discovery. So in this situation, when we cross over 70K, can be expected about 6 months post Bitcoin halving. Now, if the cycle keeps moving earlier, as it has been for some indicators that are already starting to flash, maybe this time is a little bit different in its structure. Structurally, will still play out approximately the same, just the timings are a bit different. We've never had some things happen like passing over the 0.618 Fibonacci line before Bitcoin halving. It's a bit technical, but essentially it means that we are moving a bit earlier in the cycle, largely due to those inflows of new money from the Bitcoin ETF. So, okay, maybe we have 4 to 8 months left to position ourselves. So the good news is you still have some time. The bad news is that time is running out. So if you don't have money, then you need to be thinking, how do I get any kind of extra? What can I sell in the house? What kind of side gig can I get right now to get cash right now? Because at this stage, the next 4 to 8 months, $1,000 put in the market can probably turn into $10,000 in 2025. Maybe not. Maybe it goes to zero, obviously, too, right? It's crypto, it's risky. But that's the general thought. If the whole crypto market goes up, altcoin markets go up, if we go up to a $6-7 trillion market cap, everything's going to pump. Everyone's going to eat well who bought now or during this next 4 to 8 months before we start crossing into new price discovery zones. Now, before we get into phase 3, which is a very important phase, and of course, probably the most important phase, which is phase 4, I just want to let you know real quick, if you're not yet signed up to the Wealth Mastery newsletter, you got to get signed up. Best damn newsletter in the cryptocurrency industry. Every single issue packed full of alpha. We send this thing to your inbox multiple times per week. Technical analysis, on-chain analysis, DeFi, the hottest airdrops in the market right now. The newsletter after all, and much, much more. You can join our 100,000 plus weekly readers for free by signing up using the link in the description. Thank you very much. So phase 3. Phase 3 is an interesting time. So once we cross into those new highs, the game starts changing. You need to update your mentality a little bit. You see, because the risk reward at that point of aping a bunch of money in is diminished. You have a better risk reward profile buying now versus buying when we start hitting price discovery for Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's just simple math. That's all there is to it, okay? It might feel warmer and fuzzier to buy when the price is $80,000 and everybody's talking about, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's starting to hit new highs. This is so exciting. Hey, it's a winner. I want to bet on the winner now. You have to understand Bitcoin's always a winner. Ethereum's always a winner. Solana's always a winner. Just depends on what price you want to get in at. A lot of people will get in too late when it's riskier and the game's nearing its end. The calculations on risk reward start changing a lot during phase 3, and now's actually the time to be taking less risk in the market. You want to ape a little bit less, turn on the thinking brain a little bit more, dial down the lizard brain a little bit. Yeah. Still lots of great opportunities, to be clear. Phase 3 is still a time of great opportunity. There's lots of great new tokens launching. You can chase those shiny new coins to get into. You can hustle to try and get on token sales on launch pads. You can hustle into those hot new airdrops that are coming up all the time in the market right now. But consolidation, largely you want to be thinking about that. You want to be largely done buying by this point. The vast majority of your cash should already be in the market. If you have new cash coming in, think about how you're deploying that in an effective way. Maybe you want to focus on airdrops. Maybe you want to focus it on shiny new coins. Maybe you just want to DCA a bit into some existing position, but with the knowledge that you're not going to get the same kind of reward, like Chainlink, for example. By this stage in the market, Chainlink's probably going to be $50 as an example, and still has a great potential. Maybe you're going to get 100% gains out of that, maybe 200%. But it's not like buying it at $7. When we were buying it at $7, we were sharing that on the channel. Hey, packing giant Chainlink bags at $7, guys. Anybody who was paying attention to what CCIP was and all that stuff, we're up 200% now. Not bad, right? So when you're buying Chainlink at $50, hey, still a great coin, still very powerful infrastructure for the whole crypto space, but your potential for gains is diminished. Again, you can still take that risk, but you have to understand that as the price keeps going up, you're taking more risk for less reward. Okay? Okay. So, how long that phase lasts is from price discovery until new highs is anybody's guess. Could be 6 months, could be 12 months. There's a lot of opportunity in those 6 to 12 months to make all kinds of money, again, on the shiny new coins, on the airdrops, taking profits on existing positions as narratives go absolutely insane. Gaming narratives going to pop off and all the gaming coins go up like 1,000% in a month. And then you take some damn profits. Man, come on. Phase 4. This is the selling time. Phase 4 is when you want to really just flip the switch in your brain and go, okay, this is the danger time in the market. And this is ironically the most greed, euphoric, crazy time in the market when everybody's going to be coming in. You're getting the phone calls from people you haven't talked to in 10 years wanting to buy dog coins. This is the time because you were here in phase 2. You held through phase 3 and you had a little bit of fun playing around with some stuff and you took some profits, whatever. But now it's phase 4. Now this is the most dangerous time to bring new money into the market. And ironically, it's when 90% of people are going to come in and buy. It's just how the game is, man. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It is what it is. These people are going to be your exit liquidity. This is a player versus player game here. It's not kumbaya. Okay, we're not all going to make it. I'm sorry, but we're not. In order for you to get out of the top, somebody has to buy the top. Markets are ruthless as shit, and you have to realize that this is the truth of it, okay? Now, so the selling time is here, and you're going to sell because you don't want to be a broke ass next bear market. You don't want to be sitting around in a Reddit group or a Telegram group with the other 10 people who didn't sell and are down minus 99.99% on their bags, being part of the community. No, you want to sail away on the yacht. That's what you want, so you're selling. So what do you do? What do you do? Well, first you have to watch for general conditions in the market. Coinbase app, top 5. Binance, crypto.com, top 10 apps downloaded, right? In like America and stuff like that. These are big indicators to watch for. Huge euphoria and greed on the timeline. We see people posting Rolexes daily. We see people posting new cars daily. We see huge media frenzy. Articles like, hey, everyone's getting hilariously rich except for you. Those kind of articles. Tops in. Jimmy Fallon buying $1 million NFT again. Tops in. Get ready. Start thinking about selling. So what do you want to do now? Now you want to unstake your coins. Most coins staked on chain can take anywhere from 7 to 30 days to unstake. Unstake, think about selling. Your risk reward now for continuing to stake those coins is unfathomably high because would you rather unstake your coins and sell them nearish the top, or would you rather wait and get another 2 or 3% APY paid out in those coins, but now the coin's down 50, 60, 70%? The choice is yours. So think about it. Now it's time to dial down risk dramatically. And I'm talking about you want to exit your farms. You want to get out of airdrop positions. You want to exit leverage. And I'm not talking just about leverage trading. I'm talking about things like on-chain leverage, things like Ethereum restaking and rehypothecation schemes. That stuff's probably going to come tumbling down dramatically badly during the bear market. Okay. You want to get out of that stuff before that happens. Again, there's going to be a buying frenzy. Everyone's going to be telling you, you're an idiot for selling right now. It's just going to keep going up forever. And then it doesn't. But you're not an idiot. You're the one who's going to sell. You're the one who's going to take profits. You're the one who's going to ensure your financial freedom, potentially intergenerational wealth for your family. You're not going to screw it up, are you? Laddering out can really help here. I know when you have a position that's 7 figures, 8 figures, some of you guys are going to really do this. Okay. Yeah. I need you to understand that. It gets stressful. It gets stressful trying to think you have to go either all in or all out at one particular second. You can ladder out, take out 5% a day for 20 days straight, take out 10% every 3 days, whatever. Figure out a strategy that's going to work for you personally and then do it. Start laddering out, start clicking the sell button. Be emotionless. These coins are not your friends. The people who are in that community are not your friends. Okay? You have to be emotionless about this. They're not your buddies. The coins are not your buddies. The coins are not going to keep you warm at night. The coins are not going to pay your bills when they're down minus 99.99%. Okay? The only one you will be betraying by not selling when you have life-changing money on the table and not changing your life is you. That's the only person who's going to have to pay the piper at the end of the day and answer to themselves when they look at themselves in the mirror and saying, I had life-changing money on the table and I didn't sell. Didn't take any money off the table. You don't have to sell everything, okay? You can sell half your bags, 3/4 of your bags, 90% of your bags. You're really just like, I have to keep something just so I can always be in the market and I can be there be part of the community. You can still be part of the community and have $1,000 worth of the coins. You can just sell the other million. Okay. There you go. If you see a coin pumping during this phase, like wildly, it's up 200-300% a week, get out, sell, take the opportunity. Because other people are going to see a coin go up 300% a week and go, oh, that one's a winner. I have to buy it. Meanwhile, you, the smart money, you're getting out. At this stage, you want to go largely into cash. Again, you can hold moon bags. You can hold some small percentage of your holdings throughout the bear market, whatever. Okay. But you want to largely get out at this point in the market. You want to get into cash and you want to wait. And you probably actually want to get most of your cash off chain. You don't want to be in farms during this period. You don't want to be in anything that has any kind of leverage during this period. You want to have your money off of exchanges during this period. Okay. Something like USDC or USDT held on chain is going to be safer, quote unquote. Things can still happen to stable coins. That's why it's not a bad idea to just put cash into your bank account while you wait for the worst of the craziness, the deleveraging in the bear market to happen. When everything starts collapsing and the bankruptcies start happening and the protocols start breaking and the chains start breaking and people start freaking out and panicking. You don't need to be there for all that pain. You don't need to be there for all that suffering. Again, you were smart. You sold. You're on the yacht in the Caribbean with the wife and the kids. You don't care about any of this crap. You'll come back and buy the bottom. Start from phase 1 again, right? Look, during this phase 4, you run the risk, of course, that you're going to sell and the markets pump higher in this phase. But you don't need to stress about that too much. You're never going to get out perfectly at the perfect top. And if you keep thinking, I can only sell if I perfectly sell exactly at the exact top, you're going to lose. You're going to lose straight up. Almost no one. There's going to be like one guy, and you're probably not going to be the one guy who exactly perfectly sells the absolute top. You won't be. So why even stress about it? Focus on getting as much as you can, but don't strive for perfection because there is no perfection. The markets are chaos. There will be no orderly exit when the time comes. I mean, anyone standing there with, big lights in their hands, everybody over here to sell, everybody over here to sell. No. Very much the opposite. It's going to be absolute chaos. Everyone's going to be telling you not to sell and that you're an idiot for selling. You have to think contrarian. You have to think, this is my life. This is my life-changing money on the table right here, and I'm going to change my life. Your final chance to exit, if you keep denying that the bear market's about to happen and everything's about to go to shit, your final chance to exit is probably going to be when something like the weekly MACD on Bitcoin hits its bear cross. Now, you're not going to get a perfect exit at that point. Things are going to be down 30-40% already. But if you don't want to go down minus 99.9999%, which a lot of altcoins will do, then this is it. That's your chance to get the hell out of the market before the worst happens. Because if you don't, all your dreams right down the toilet, and you can enjoy sitting in a Telegram group with the other 10 guys who didn't sell. That's it. Good luck.